Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley Ardell and I am currently a junior genetics major at Clemson University, and I am just so excited you're here and so excited that you are listening to this new series that I am putting out for the new year, focused on creating goals, focused on creating habits, setting in good intentions for yourself as we head into this new year so that you can work on creating the best version of you. So a lot of times when the new year comes, we focus a lot on setting certain resolutions and goals that are geared at making us a better person, maybe physically or mentally, things like that. But as we do enter the new year, we can also work on creating goals and creating a year that is going to allow us to create a better version, if not the best version of ourselves. Because our ultimate goal should be to create a life and to create a person that you want to be and a life that you want to be living. And a lot of times that does involve implementing healthy habits and good routines and establishing good mental health and all of those sorts of things. But of course, the foundation for that is creating a healthy lifestyle and a better version of yourself. So in 2021, I know that I focused a lot on just kind of other people, and I was dealing with a lot of decisions that really prevented me from being able to step into the best version of myself, and I just don't want that to be the case for 2022. So I want to step into this new year and allow 2022 to be the year of personal growth for me, and I hope that is something that you can bring into the new year with you as well. So I'm going to be sharing with you kind of 20 goals and habits and resolutions, all the different things that I'm going to be implementing in 2022. So some of these are goals that I have for the year, some of these are things that I would like to begin implementing, and in a video soon to come, I will be posting a little bit more on how I'm planning to actually make these achievable habits, how I'm actually planning to stick with them throughout the whole year and not just give up in January. So once I share some habits, I really would love to hear some of your goals and some of your resolutions so I could work those into my future video and how to create for you a plan that works so that you can stick to those things. I did just want to note that I did have my wisdom teeth removed on Monday, so it's been like 4 days since then, so I'm still recovering a little bit. So if I sound a little bit strange when I'm talking, that might be why. But that's also to say that when I am stepping into the new year, some of these goals and resolutions wouldn't be able to start right on January 1st, because obviously I have to allow for myself to heal properly and all of those sorts of things. But I guess that's just to say that January 1st doesn't have to be your day one. You can start at a time that is good for you. So whether that's in the middle of the year when you're watching this video or a few days before January 1st, just know that you can create the life that you want at any point. There is no rule that says you have to do it and have it all set in stone on January 1st. You can also have a list of things you'd like to achieve for the year as a whole that you just kind of start with, maybe 3 or 4 at the beginning of the year, or 3 or 4 in January, and then you add 3 in February. So every single thing on this list does not have to begin becoming achieved on January 1st. Let's go ahead and get into the 20 resolutions and goals that I will be setting for myself in the new year, and I would love for you to comment below yours as well. And of course, if you're watching this, I would love for you to give this video a huge thumbs up so we can grow this channel in the new year and grow this community even more to continue to impact and change lives for the better. It would just make me so happy, and of course subscribe so that you are always up to date on when I post new videos. But let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I would love to do is create a good morning routine. So if I don't have a morning routine, it can be a struggle for sure. So I would just love in the new year to create a great morning routine that involves some form of movement, journaling, and just time for myself to slowly get into things for the day. And I also have a lot of early classes next semester, so it would be good if I could have some sort of set morning routine. Along with that, I would love to get in bed by 10:15 every night so that I can wake up early in the morning and start my day fresh, feeling well rested. If I don't get a lot of sleep or enough sleep, it can be a terrible situation for myself and everybody involved. So I really would love to work on getting better sleep in the new year. So I do a pretty good job of creating weekly meal plans for myself. It's not to say I'm following like a diet or anything like that, but I do like plan meals for dinner, breakfast, lunch, that sort of thing. So I would like to kind of try and stick to that at least 80% of the time for the week. So making the meals that I said I was going to and the things that I bought supplies for. I just think that's a super easy way to stick to a healthy eating routine and keeping myself fueled properly throughout the week, but also using up the groceries that I buy. Well, along with that, movement is super important to me. I feel my best when I'm able to get movement in during my day. So in the new year, I would really like to do some form of exercise at least 5 days a week. So that does not have to be a vigorous exercise, but just some form of movement 5 times a week. And I would love for 1 or 2 of those days to be outside, especially in the winter. It can be really hard to get outside in the winter time, get your body moving, get some vitamin D and all the fresh air. So I would love to get outside more in the new year. The next thing is make reading my Bible a priority. I am pretty good about reading my Bible, but there are some weeks and some days where I just do not stick to it really that well at all. So I would really like that to become a priority in my life. I know I'm a better person for myself, and I'm a better person towards other people in the Word, and just listening to what God has to say. And just, if I want to be able to receive and understand and hear God through prayer, I have to first turn to Him in the Word. So that is a huge goal of mine for 2022. Along with that, I would love to spend more time in prayer. So I would say that I pretty much have somewhat of a set routine when it comes to reading the Bible, but when it comes to prayer, I'm not quite as good about praying every single day. I am definitely a writer, so I love to write out my prayers, and sometimes it can be hard to get to that every single day. So I would really like to, in the new year, work on writing at least for 10 minutes in my prayer journal every single day. And if I don't have time to write it down before I go to bed, I would just set aside some time to just pray the things that need to be prayed over, so they're not swimming around in my head for, you know, the whole night. I would love to prioritize my passions in the new year. So something that I've really let go in 2021 was prioritizing the things that were really important to me. You know, once things started to get better after COVID, we didn't have as much time on our hands, and I got back to somewhat of a normal routine, I tended to lose a lot of the time that I had built for myself to work on a lot of passions like my blog and creating content on YouTube and Instagram. And really through the written word is how I love to just share what God has put on my heart. And so I would love in 2022 to just create more space for myself in those avenues, work on creating time for myself to really work on these passions and to make them a priority, because that's what really fills my soul, and that's what's important. Like finding those things that are going to fill you up and make you a better person, are going to bring you more joy in your life, in your day-to-day activities. Those are the things that you need to be setting as goals and intentions for the new year. So I'm super excited to bring into the new year just to work on those passions and create time for those. So along with creating passions, I have to learn to say no. I'm definitely more of a yes person. I want to make time for everybody. I want to be involved in all the things that are asked of me, but that can be very difficult if you are also trying to make yourself a priority. In 2022, I just need to do a better job of learning to say no to the things that I really don't have the time or space in my life for. So this is more of a goal and less of a resolution, but I really got more into reading towards the end of the year, and I didn't realize how much I had missed it. I had given up a lot of my time that I was reading books for other things, but I wanted to get more into that again. So my goal is to read 15 books in 2022. So I'm going to start tracking them in my bullet journal, and I'll show you in a separate video soon some of my top books that I'm planning to read in 2022 that I'm most excited about. I'm going to start a list, and I would like to finish at least 15 books, so at least 1 book a month, and then maybe 2 books a month some of the months, like the summer when I have a little more time. So 15 I think is a good goal for me. So let's hope we can do that. So the next batch of goals are kind of things related to my passions, and they're more specific goals on how I'm making time for my passions. So what goals do I have set for myself? You know, since I want to work on those more, how am I going to do that, and what is my goal as far as doing that goes? So I would like to post to Instagram 5 days a week at least, because that's where I share a lot of just like what's on my heart and what God is teaching me from day to day. So of course, if you're not following me already, it's at dear_little_sis. So go ahead and give me a follow over on Instagram, because that's where I'm going to connect with people the most on a daily basis. My dog just decided she wanted to come and join us for this. So, so I want to post 5 days a week on Instagram. So if you're not already following me, go follow me over at dear_little_sis. And I would love to connect with you over on Instagram. I also am planning to post to YouTube at least once a week, so you should see at least 52 videos in the new year. Hopefully sometimes we'll get to fit a few more in. So as we're heading into the new year, of course, be sure to comment some ideas and things that you would like to see me do some more of. So I have a long list of running ideas for you. And a huge goal that I have for myself for the new year is to write a book. It has been a dream of mine to write a book since I was in 7th grade. I've been writing plays since I was a little girl, but writing is just something that brings me a lot of joy, and that's how I love sharing things with you, is through my blog and through my Instagram. But my ultimate goal is to write a book, so hopefully in 2022 I will be able to at least complete writing on a book that I could hopefully publish by the end of 2022. As far as staying healthy and getting a lot of energy, I tend to lose energy a lot of times during the school year, the semester. So I would really like to, oh gosh, I would really like to drink 64 ounces of water a day. Drink more, that would be ideal, but 64 is the goal. The next 2 are kind of connected, so I really want to make time for fostering friendships, because I really realized in 2021 that creating strong and genuine friendships is so important and so helpful in just creating a college experience that's good for you, but also just to feel really connected to the people in your life and to feel really loved and known and seen. So I really want to work on fostering those friendships. With that comes serving others and trying new things. So I would love to just serve the people in my community a little more in the new year, and just to try new things with those friends that I've never done before, because it's always fun to try new things and be a little adventurous. I would love in the new year to create a skincare routine. So my skin has not been the best since going back to college, so I would just like to get more in the habit of creating a set routine for myself in the new year. I want to work on creating environments for myself that are promoting good mental health. So ensuring that I'm putting myself in spaces and around people who allow my mental health to be very positive, and just any situation where I don't feel like my mental health is thriving, I want to avoid those as much as possible. So I want to get better about texting back my friends and my contacts. I am that person who, like, if you text me, sometimes it's like a week later before I get back to you, but it's because I want to respond in a very intentional way. And if I don't have what I think is the time to send an intentional text back, I just won't. So in the new year, I want to be better about taking some time every single day to respond to my contacts and people who have reached out to me. Along with that, I would love to be able to check in with my sister at least once a week in the new year. When I'm at school, I'm really bad about reaching out to her and texting her, and just making sure, you know, we stay connected while I'm away. So I would really like to text her at least once a week and maybe call her once a month while I'm at school. But number 20, so the last, and in my opinion the most important, biggest resolution I have for myself in January 2022. This is something that I think I did a fairly good job of doing in 2021, but there's always more room for improvement in this area of my life, and in this area of anyone's life really. So when it comes to this new year and ensuring that you are achieving these goals and truly becoming a better version of yourself, that requires less of me and more of him, and him being God. So in this new year, my biggest goal is that in all that I do, I would focus less on me, less self-centered goals, and more goals focused on glorifying God. More goals that are focused on just bringing people into his kingdom, making people feel loved and understood. It's just, that is my goal across this channel, across my Instagram, and across all things. Like, I just want to become better at not glorifying myself, not bringing more attention to myself, but glorifying God and just really sharing his message and the things that he has on my heart for you. As we go into this new year, I hope that you see that, and I hope that you know that this channel is a space for you to just feel included, for everyone to be welcome here in this space, that we would be a community that just grows and just loves each other well and loves the Lord well. It's just all around a kind person, kind people. So just making 2022 a world full of all of those things would just bring me so much joy. So that's my biggest goal and biggest resolution for January 2022, and just the year overall. But I'm just so glad that you are here. I want to know which goal or resolution you might also be implementing in your life. Of course, leave me some comments, share your goals, share some things you would like for me to post in the new year, and I will be back, of course, in a video soon, sharing with you some ways to actually implement some of these tips and create lasting habits for the new year. But as always, just remember to go live boldly, fearlessly, and authentically you. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.